The Darien Athletic Foundation is proud to present high school girls volleyball this afternoon on the campus of Darien High School. It's the Darien Blue Wave against FCIAC rival Stamford. We are live on the DAF Media Network. Welcome in, everybody. I'm Damian Andrew. Joining me for today's match is a familiar colleague, Chris Leone. The last match we did, Chris joined us. Chris, a former college volleyball star rather at Georgia Tech, outside hitter for the Yellow Jackets, and now she does a lot of youth volleyball coaching in and around the Darien area in southwestern Connecticut. Chris, it's glad to have you back. We had a lot of fun in the first matchup, Darien Greenwich. This is Darien Stamford, and the Black Knights, the defending FCIAC champs.
Hi, Damian. It's good to be back. We're excited to check out another match for Darien.
The Black Knights are coached by Mike Smermiglia. He's been there for a long time, has done a terrific job with the program. As I just mentioned at the outset, the defending FCIAC champs. They also won the Class Double-L state championship last season. First time in school history that they won an FCIAC title and a state title. Darien, of course, coached by longtime head coach Lori LaRusso, has built a dynasty here in Darien. The Blue Wave have been one of the state juggernauts over the last 25 years. They struggled a bit last year. They come into this match 3-4, and we are underway in the first set. Stamford serving it up.
Good pass.
And that is a point for Darien as we get things started. Lindsay Bennett, number 5, the junior.
Kill right out of the gate for Darien to get a side out and start serving.
Kelly Arevalo, the senior, back to serve for the Blue Wave.
Good dig.
And that is number 3, Liani Mercado, the outside hitter, only a sophomore, so she's got a bright future for the Stamford Black Knights.
Looks like some young players in the starting lineup for Stamford, yes.
A little bit of a rebuilding year for the Black Knights, although they do come into this match 5-3. Nice rally here. Bennett puts it down, the kill for number 5, so she is off to a good start for the Blue Wave this afternoon. 2-1, Darien.
And now back to serve.
And Bennett will serve it up. The jump serve.
Free ball. Darien's offense should take advantage of this.
And that is out of bounds, wide. Point goes to Stamford. Claire Dardis, the senior, serves it up for the Black Knights.
It's in.
And that is in. And a big point there by Caitlin Feely, the junior, for the Blue Wave. Andrea O'Connor, number 7 for Stamford, the captain, a terrific player. She goes back to serve now for the Black Knights. Chris, Andrea O'Connor was the most outstanding player of the Class Double-L state tournament last year.
Oh, wow. Error by Darien's hitting, point Stamford.
And O'Connor will serve it up again.
Senior leadership for Andrea this year, coming off a good season last year like that.
And that'll be a point, Darien, as number 16, Caroline Martzloff, the senior captain, dinks it over the net for the point. We are tied at 4 here at Darien High School. Blue Wave and Stamford Black Knights, FCIAC Girls Volleyball.
Overpass by Stamford and a kill out of the middle for Darien.
So Chris, competitive matchup here early in the first set, 5-4 Darien as Martzloff back to serve again. And that's a point, Darien, as it goes into the net.
Yeah, I'm sure Darien's happy so far, you know, keeping the score tight here against, you know, last year's state champions.
She had a little momentum going there, did Caroline Martzloff.
Yeah, she was probably trying to serve aggressively and keep Stamford's offense at bay. Sometimes you take those errors if you have success other times with this aggressive serving. Kill out of the middle there.
That was number 7, Faith Helms for Darien. And Helms now will serve it up for the Blue Wave. 7-5 Darien here early in the first set.
Another kill out of the middle.
Kelly Arevalo, the senior for the Blue Wave, in the middle, puts it down for the kill. 8-5 Blue Wave. And Faith Helms will serve.
Little miscommunication on Darien's side. I think they thought it might be out, but they played it anyway.
We're just getting started here on the DAF Media Network. High school girls volleyball, live from the campus of Darien High School. And that is deep. So the point goes to the Black Knights.
A Lodi Joason back to serve again for Stamford.
Boy, I tell you, number 5 for Darien, Lindsay Bennett, the junior. She takes a nice swing at the ball on the outside. Darien up to 9-7 here in the first set. Damian Andrew joined by Chris Leone, the former college volleyball player from Georgia Tech, now a Darien resident. And it's great to be with all of you watching and listening out there to some high school girls volleyball. 9-8 Darien in the first set as Morgan Iacovone serves it up. Another sophomore on this Black Knights team. As we mentioned at the outset, a young Stamford team. Brooke Kelly, the set on the outside, and that is put away by Megan Lanzadel.
Oh, I thought that was number 3. I think Leonie Mercado.
You're right, you're right.
She had a nice reach on that ball. That was a tight set, and she did a nice job saving that for the kill.
Yep, my bad. It was Leonie Mercado, the 10th grader, another sophomore for the Black Knights. And
she got lucky on that one. That was a little bit of a miss hit, and it worked for her team.
That's what you call making something out of nothing
Yes.
there, huh, Chris?
Darien was surprised they weren't ready for the miss hit there.
Yakovone the serve for Stamford. And Andrea O'Connor in the middle there at the net. As I mentioned, as we have a timeout here, Andrea O'Connor, the MVP of the Class XXL state tournament last season.
She must have had a nice run.
Yeah, Stamford beat Ridgefield to win its first ever state championship. They also won their first ever FCIAC championship, 5-set win over a very good Brian McMahon team.
That's exciting for them last year to finally get their first FCIAC championship. I know the coach has been there a long time. It was probably a long time coming for him too. I read something that they had really good team chemistry last year, and that was really what was making the difference for their team. It wasn't necessarily that they had different or better athletes from one year to the next, but it was really about what good friendships and chemistry that the girls had on last year's team.
And chemistry, as you know, such an important component in volleyball. Stamford young, they do have the senior captain, Andrea O'Connor, such a terrific player. But they're young, but they are 5-3 coming into this match with Darien. And here's Morgan Yakovone serving it up again. In the middle, and the nice dink by Kelly Arevalo, number 15, the senior for Darien.
Yeah, sometimes you don't need the big hard kill out of the front row. You can be strategic and smart and look for the open spot on defense and just place it there to get your team the point. It's another missed serve by Darien. They've had at least 3 that I've noticed so far, which they're going to have to start getting a little more consistent on their serving if they want to keep in this set.
So Stamford up now 12-10 in the first set. Brooke Kelly back to serve.
That was in. Yep.
And that is a Darien point. I mentioned Brooke Kelly back to serve. Terrific basketball player for the Stamford Black Knights during the winter months.
Darien got lucky on another awkward play there.
And here's Lindsay Bennett. Serves it up for the Blue Wave. O'Connor on the outside.
That's a strong kill by O'Connor.
And that was an emphatic statement right
It
there by
definitely
O'Connor.
was.
You can tell that she's one of the top players in the FCIAC.
Yep, she went up confidently and put that ball straight down. No one really even got close to making a play on that one.
Yeah, Stamford's defense, really no chance on that one.
Strong block out of the middle again by Andrea.
And another nice play by the senior captain from Stamford.
Darien should be ready. They're obviously, Stamford's going to do what they can to use her. She's the senior, she's a captain, she was their player of the year last year. Darien should be focused on really closing a block anywhere where she is on the court because the ball's most likely going to go to her.
And that was a kill for number 7 of Darien, Faith Helms. So the senior puts it away and pulls the Blue Wave within 2, down 14-2 to Stamford here in the first set. And Christina Escajadejo serves it up. And that is long.
Miss hit there by outside hitter on Stamford.
What happens on a play when instead of going down, the ball goes north?
Her timing was off on her approach for that ball. She was too early and she hit the ball on her way down. So it was a miss hit from her timing. Good luck on the serve for Darien there.
So Escajadejo has got something going here for the Blue Wave.
Yeah, she's got a little run here, and she's a setter. Your setter is like your quarterback on a football team. You know, they run the offense. The players look to leadership from her, so it's great that she's getting a little run for Darien. The referee's calling a misset by the setter there. They hold up 2 fingers which means the ball didn't come cleanly out of the setter's hands.
You and I were talking about that last match. Tied at 15 here as O'Connor serves it up. And that is a Stamford point. A competitive first set here, Chris Leone.
Yeah, it's staying neck and neck. We'll see how it shakes out as we close in the first set here. Darien should look to capitalize in the front row with number 7, Andrea O'Connor, in the back row right now for Stamford. It's a good time for Darien's offense to make a little push here without that big block up front for Stamford.
Andrea O'Connor, the senior captain, to serve again. Back set to O'Connor.
Good defense there. That's a free ball. So you want a better pass off a free ball like that. That's supposed to be a free shot for the offense. There's a kill for Darien.
And Caroline Martzoff puts it away. The kill for number 16, the captain of this Blue Wave team. You know, it's funny, we saw 2 back sets in that last rally to O'Connor, so you know they want to try to get her the ball.
They're even trying to use her out of the back
That's right.
row, yep. Ooh, another missed serve for Darien. That's not good for them this late in the game.
And Martzoff serves it into the net. Gloria Mattioli, one of the captains of this Stamford team, back to serve. And that will be another Stamford point. And Lori LaRusso of Darien, the longtime head coach, she wants a timeout, and she takes one. First set, 19-16, Stamford up in this FCIAC girls volleyball matchup.
It's a perfect time. It was time definitely for Darien to call that timeout because they're now down by 3 points. We're approaching the end of the first set. They need a good pass off of this serve out of the timeout so they can run their offense and get the ball back on their side.
If you were in that Lori LaRusso huddle, what are some of the things you think she might be telling her team right now?
She's going to tell them to get a good pass off the serve, because if you get a proper pass off the serve, your setter can run your offense and choose any hitter she wants in the front row to set. As soon as you have a poor pass off the serve, you have to outlet it to the outside, and everyone knows it's going there, and the defense can set up. So it really is about making that proper pass to the right front of the court so the setter has options for who she can set in the front row for her team.
Well said. Great points.
We'll see if they can do that. You're going to look at those 3 back row girls right now for Darien and see if they can focus and get a nice, perfect pass to their setter.
Gloria Mattioli to serve for Stamford.
That didn't work for them. The pass was actually decent. The set was off there. It was too tight and out of bounds for the hitter to really make a play on that.
Stamford up 4, 20-16 here in the first set of this FCIAC girls volleyball match at Darien High School.
It's a good break for Darien there. That dig was too tight by Stamford to make much of it.
He caught the net, bounces on the Stamford side, and it is a point Darien as they try to rally and get back in this first set. Here's Brooke Kelly, goes outside.
Misfire on the outside there for Darien.
Nice approach by Bennett. She just couldn't put it down. 21-17 Stamford.
Darien needs a stop here. It's a good pass.
And Bennett found the spot on the floor where there wasn't anybody.
Found the hole, definitely. That gets the point, gets the job done, gets the ball back on Darien's side. They need a little run here, though, to catch up.
Addie Shane to serve for Darien, and that is deep. So a tough break there for the Blue Wave after that big point. It's 22-18 Stamford here in this first set.
Yeah, too many missed serves by Darien. You're taking the pressure off of Stamford having this many missed serves. They don't have to stress about passing. They get a free point, and then they keep their confidence.
And that was a nice hit by number 3, Liani Mercado. For a sophomore, she is a nice-looking player.
She is.
She has shown flashes in this match in the first set.
And she's not even very tall. She's a small girl, but she has a good approach, good jump, and hits well out of the outside for Stamford.
Morgan Yakavone serves it up for the Black Knights. Bennett on the outside.
I don't think that was ever over, yeah.
So the Black Knights a point away from taking this first set up 24-18. Morgan Yakavone will try to serve it out here. And that is not what you're looking for if you're Stamford head coach Mike Smermiglio.
Right, and now Darien has to play errorless volleyball for several points to tie it up. Otherwise, the set is over. So we'll see what they can do here. Definitely need the serve in for starters.
And no doubt about it, as the senior captain, Andrea O'Connor, puts it away to close out the first set for the Black Knights. 25-19, Stamford takes the first set of this FCIAC girls volleyball match. Chris, impressions of that first set? Certainly competitive, a little bit back and forth early on, and then Stamford pulls away late in the first set.
Yeah, I think Darien did a good job of hanging with last year's state champion in this first set. Through about the middle of the set, I think it really got away from them based on a few things. Too many missed serves, which is free points for Stamford and takes the pressure off of Stamford from having to do anything, so then they can play more confidently with what they try. And then in addition, some of their passing wasn't on par, to allow Darien to run their offense. I do think, though, when you have Andrea O'Connor in the front row, the sets are going to her. They need 2 girls up blocking. I noticed on that set point there to end the first set, she went up and she only had 1 girl on her blocking, so she can easily turn and hit, her kill around that 1 block. You need 2 girls if you know that's going to be going to that girl. Most likely, you should have 2 blockers. Darien should have 2 blockers up on her at all times.
Andrea O'Connor, also a basketball player at Stamford High School, really tenacious rebounder, defender for the Black Knights. She, as we mentioned earlier, was the most outstanding player of last year's Class LL state tournament. Stamford winning that state tournament, first ever in school history. You talked about chemistry on last year's team. Obviously, you've got 5 sophomores on this year's team, and all of them play significant amount of time on the floor. So it's a little bit of a younger team than last year, but certainly they are building to the future as Mike Smermiglio, the head coach of Stamford, tries to keep his program at the top of the FCIAC.
Yeah, I mean, if they can have success this year with a bunch of sophomores starting or at least having significant playing time, those girls will be there for 3 seasons. So that only proves for some good luck for them in the future.
As I'm looking at the walls here inside the Darien High School gym, you can't help but notice all those state championships in girls volleyball that Darien has won. They have been the program of the last 25 years in the state of Connecticut, and that is a credit to their longtime head coach, Lori LaRusso, who took over the program in the early 1980s. She has built it into a dynasty and has had some terrific players along the way to help her build it into the program that it is.
Yeah, there's definitely a long-standing winning tradition with Darien High, and I'm sure they're looking to get back to that since there's been a couple of seasons off from what they're used to.
Chris, how about this for a stat? From 1990 to 2009, Darien won 18 conference championships. That is what you call,
That's
a
pretty
dynasty.
impressive, yes.
We oftentimes in sports overuse the word dynasty, but when you win
Right.
that many state championships,
you can't argue that dynasty.
Yeah, absolutely. So the second set about to get started here between Darien and Stamford. We are live on the DAF Media Network. Damian Andrew and Chris Leone. Darien High School. And Kelly Arevalo, the senior for the Blue Wave, will get things started here in the second set as she serves it up. And that is going to be a point for the Blue Wave. So the Blue Wave get off to a pretty good start. So Darien scoring the first 2 points of this second set. Darien Stamford. FCIAC Girls Volleyball. And Arevalo back to serve again. And that is out, and a third straight point for the Blue Wave.
Yeah, it's good to see Darien coming out aggressive and getting their serve in and starting a little run here, get their confidence back going into the second set.
It's exactly what you talked about in between sets. They needed to come out strong here in the second set, and they have done that. And that was almost a great block out of bounds, so it's Stamford point as
Yep, Darien had 2 girls up there. That was a nice play by Stamford's middle, going off of 1 foot behind the setter on a quick set, but Darien was ready to defend it. It just was too powerful, got through the block.
O'Connor, such a strong hitter. Martzloff keeps that in play, and that is into the net. So that time, Liani Mercado hits it into the net. 4-1 Darien here in the second set of this FCIAC Girls Volleyball match.
Looks like Lindsay Bennett back to serve for the Blue Wave.
The junior serves it into the net. And in tennis, that's what you call an unforced error.
Yep.
Claire Dardis, the senior, serves it up for Stamford. And that was a great block in the middle by Andrea O'Connor. Martzloff, the senior, goes up to put it away, and O'Connor meets her at the net.
Yeah, Darien should probably look to set the outside for right now, so Andrea has to move out to the outside to close the block. She was waiting for that set right in the middle there.
The point here to Stamford is we are all tied at 4 in the second set. Dardis serves.
It's a good pass by Darien.
And Lindsay Fay, the sophomore, puts it away. So number 4 getting it done. And she'll be a player that should be around this program for the next couple of seasons.
Yep, I'm sure she'll look to develop if this is her first year starting for varsity.
Long rally there, and the point goes to the Black Knights. Talk about sophomores or freshmen. The nice thing about them, you have them another year or 2 or 3 in some cases.
Yep, they need experience on the court. They need confidence building. Any playing time definitely helps for the future for the young players.
Another back row set to O'Connor, but she puts it into the net.
Yep, I think she was trying to be strategic there, but it didn't quite work for her that time.
And a nice serve there. Caroline Martzoff, the ace for the senior. Captain for Darien.
Yep, this is where you want to see the serve in the court and keep O'Connor in the back row for a while.
Nice play there by number 12, Elodie Joason for Stamford. Goes over the block.
Yep, she timed that just right.
And that's what you call a dink, right? In
yeah,
the old
a tip
lexicon.
or a dink.
Yeah.
Yep.
The back set there to number 8, Addie Shane, and she puts it away for Darien.
Yeah, it's good for Darien to mix up the offense. You know, the more you can use all your hitters, the more it throws off your opponent. If you're always setting the same girl with the same height set, it's too easy to block that and set up your defense for that.
Nice play by Shane.
Smart placement right over the block there in the middle, because there's confusion then who should go get that.
Two nice plays by Addie Shane, the senior, number 8 for the Blue Wave. Darien in blue, Stamford in black with the orange trim. And that is into the net, and that is a point for the Black Knights. Darien up 9-7 here in the second set. Stamford won the first set.
It's a good pass.
Here's Bennett. And that is just long.
I thought she might get the line call there. It was close.
Joason to serve for Stamford. Strong serve. Bennett again on the outside. And a kill for Bennett. That one she timed just right.
Yep, she got it through that time. Yeah, that was probably close to going out again. Stamford saved them there, I think.
And that is a big point for the Black Knights as they pull within a point, down 10-9. I want to make a correction. I've been calling Addie Shane. It is Addie Shone, not Shane.
I thought it was Shane as well.
And that is a big kill from the senior Andrea O'Connor of Stamford in the middle. One of the top middle hitters in the state, certainly in the FCIAC. Number 7 for Stamford. And she has had a big match this afternoon. We are tied at 10 here in the second set. Bennett gets it over for Darien.
Yeah, that never went over, so it's a point for Darien. If Darien can serve aggressively here, it'd be harder for Stamford to set their middle. And that's exactly what they needed to do, an ace off the serve for Darien. They need to remain in control of this set.
Kelly Arevalo back to serve for the Blue Wave. O'Connor into the net. What's she trying to do with a ball like that?
Well,
Just
see,
puts
the set,
topspin on it?
it's called a down ball.
Okay.
The set was too far off the net, so instead of taking a normal approach and hitting it in the air, she tried to play it safe and stay on the ground and just hit an overhead spike. It's called a down ball. And, yeah, she just misfired. It went into the net. And now more aggressive serving's helping Darien because they're not passing. Stanford's not passing the ball well enough to run proper offense, which is giving Darien the advantage right now.
So 4 straight points here for the Blue Wave.
Yep, but when they get their serves in and get them in aggressively, it throws off Stanford's offense, and that's what's really giving them the advantage in this set.
That's really such a key to serve, right? I mean, gets everything started.
Yeah, I mean, it has to be in the court, but you also don't want to serve it too easily because if you serve it in the court but too easily, Stanford will be able to pass it and allow, in a proper manner and allow their setter to set exactly the offense she wants to run, which puts Darien at a disadvantage. If you can get the ball over but also over in an aggressive way, the pass doesn't work as well for the opponent and they can't run their offense as smoothly.
We are here in the second set. Darien and Stamford. Blue Wave lead the second set 14-10. Stamford won the first set. And Kelly Arevalo, the senior for Darien, serves it up.
See, she was going for aggressive serve, which I appreciate. However, you've got Stanford down 4 points. They just had to call a timeout. They're nervous. You need to make them play the ball. You need to make them play the ball and let them, have to earn their point. You don't want to let them off the hook like that. It's off the block, so that'll be a point for Darien.
Off the block, and Bennett gets the point for Darien. Bennett's a nice player. She's only a junior, so she'll be back next season for head coach Lori LaRusso. And she'll serve it up here. And she serves it wide.
See 2 errors in a row. Darien, whoever's coming up to serve next, needs to really take their time and not make any more errors. You don't want to give up too many points. You don't want to give up your advantage, your lead, off of easy points like that.
After a competitive first set, this has been a competitive second set here from Darien High School between Darien and Stamford.
They should look to block in the middle here. Good block by the middle, and Darien, she was ready that time. That's good.
But the point goes to Stanford as they try to get back in this second set. Yeah, you mentioned that block in the middle. That was Martzoff, the senior, in the middle. Made a nice play on that ball.
And they're in trouble here. Oh, that's a lucky break for Darien. They said that the middle hitter on Stanford interfered with our setter's attempt at setting the ball. So it's an automatic point for Darien.
And that is a big point for the Blue Wave. Nice effort by Brooke Kelly to keep the ball in. And a great dink by number 16 of Darien, Martzoff, in the middle.
Yep, if you can get a tip over the middle of the block and it lands directly in the middle, it creates a lot of confusion for the defense because so many girls from a lot of positions have to cross through and take that. It's not one person's ball there.
That is what you call court awareness too, right? I mean, to have the sense to know where to
the
put
weak
that ball.
spots are.
Yep. 18-13 Darien here in the second set, and we've got another timeout. Competitive second set after a competitive first set.
Yeah, both sets have been close, and it'll matter who's staying consistent. I think to ride out the rest of this set. 2
well-coached teams. Of course, Darien, coached by Lori LaRusso, the longtime Blue Wave head coach, and Mike Smermiglio, terrific guy. He's done a great job with this Stanford program. Really didn't have much history with the program and has built it up won a conference championship and a state championship last season, as we've already alluded to here on our broadcast. Damian Andrew, Chris Leone, the former college volleyball player at Georgia Tech. You told me before we went on the air you got to see a little Ramblin' Wreck volleyball recently.
Yeah, they were live ESPNU yesterday against UNC, an ACC matchup. It was great to see them.
And that is out of bounds. You know, I'm not even going to ask you if you miss playing because I know what the answer is.
Yep, I definitely miss playing.
But you're still involved in the sport at the youth level, and that must be a lot of fun to see the progression of some of your players.
It is. When you start with the young kids, you know, you're teaching them from scratch. So it's exciting to see them, you know, make improvements and start to understand the game more.
That was a nice effort there by Stamford captain Andrea O'Connor. But the point goes to Darien, and they are up 19-14 here in the second set, and Martzoff serves it up.
That was a lucky break. I think that hit was going out, but the defender took a stab at it and saved Darien a point there.
Nice hit by Lindsay Fay. Like you said, caught a little bit of a break. Probably would have been deep, but a nice approach on the outside by the sophomore. And then that is into the net. 20-15 Blue Wave trying to hold on here and win this second set. Back to serve for Stamford is Gloria Mattioli, the captain. And that's what you want to see out of your captain. Get a big point off the serve in a crucial stage in the second set.
Yep, Stamford's looking to catch up here, and Darien needs a side out quickly before they lose their advantage. Good block by Darien's setter there to give the advantage back to Darien.
Christina Escajadejo with a nice effort there in the middle. Number 14 for the Blue Wave, their setter, as you mentioned, Chris. And here's Faith Helms. She serves it up. Ooh. Number 23 for Stamford with the point. Claudia Moses, the junior. Joason serves it up for the Black Knights. Bennett on the outside. Second effort.
A good dig by Stamford's left back to keep the ball alive for Stamford.
And that is out of bounds, and the point goes to Stamford. Yeah, you just mentioned it. Mattioli, their senior captain, a great dig.
Yeah, she kept it alive for them.
Joason serves it up.
Strong serve through Darien's offense off. This is a free ball. This is going to be trouble for Darien here.
Bennett keeps it alive. And there's O'Connor from the back row. So she finally gets one to go down from the back row. They've gone to her a few times in this match. Such a strong player.
Yep, they try to rely on her senior leadership for sure. Darien needs a side out here because the game is about to get tied if they don't.
And Stamford pulls within a point of the Blue Wave here in this second set, and Lori LaRusso has seen enough. She wants a timeout, and she'll take one. 21-20, Darien up in the second set.
Stamford has the momentum right now. You know, they've had several points in a row. They're controlling the offense. Darien just needs to take a deep breath, get a good pass off the serve, run their offense, and get the ball back on their side of the court.
I mentioned that Andrea O'Connor, the senior captain of the Stamford Black Knights girls volleyball team, was the most outstanding player of the Class Double L state tournament a year ago. 23 kills in the title game. That's not a bad number.
That's a great number. How many, do you know how many sets it went for the title?
Four sets.
4 sets,
Four
okay.
sets, yes.
So yeah, she's averaging over 5 kills a set, which is a high offensive percentage. That's an excellent match for her, for sure.
And Stamford won its last 19 matches to end the season, last season. Joason to serve for the Black Knights.
That's a break for Darien. That's definitely takes the pressure off of Darien. That's good luck for them and an unfortunate mistake for Stamford.
And that's sometimes why you call a timeout, right? To try to break the momentum.
It's like icing the kicker in football.
Yeah, I was gonna say the same thing. You read my mind, Chris.
Yep, they called her under. The setter was trying to save the tight pass, and her foot went under the center line. You cannot cross all the way under the center line, or it's an error for your side.
That was another strong hit by Liani Mercado, number 3, the sophomore for the Black Knights. Bennett on the outside. And Mercado puts it into the net that time. Kelly Arevalo will serve for Darien as they try to close out this second set and even the match at a set apiece.
Good serve, throws the offense off. They can't set their player that you know they want to set when their pass is poor like that.
And a nice kill by Bennett on the outside, far side of your screen. 24-21, Darien.
It's going to the outside. Yep.
And who do you go to when you want to stay in this second set, but your middle hitter who gets it done on the outside that time, Andrea O'Connor for Stamford. She is an impressive player to watch.
It was a guarantee that's where that set was heading. I was hoping Darien would read that.
Brooke Kelly serves for Stamford. And a nice play by Bennett.
Wins.
Off the block point for Darien, and they do in fact close out this second set here at the Darien High School Gymnasium. So we are tied now at a set apiece as we get ready here for the third set between Stamford and Darien. I tell you, from the word go, this has been a competitive match between these two teams. Two teams with really good programs.
Yeah, I mean, I know Stamford lost some players to graduation after coming off their state title last year. So they have some new girls, but they're still the reigning state champions. So it's nice for Darien to put in a good match so far and keep up with last year's title winners.
And not only is this an FCIAC rivalry, but it's also a border rivalry. Stamford, Darien, very close.
Yep.
And they both have been competitive in girls volleyball. Darien, of course, for a long, long time, and Stamford has had some recent success, as we've alluded to, the multiple championships, the conference and state championships last year. I mentioned you do a lot of coaching at the youth level, volleyball, of course. What are some of the first things for someone who is new? You get a youngster who's new to the sport. What are some of the first things you try to instill?
Well, it's funny, the little kids, you know, the first time they ever play, the ball hurts their arms a lot. So I actually, through youth volleyball with the little kids, you can get a lighter volleyball. It's called a Volley Light, and it doesn't impact their arms as much, so it gets them used to play on their arms without it hurting as much. The biggest thing I notice with beginners is they want to stand still and remain quiet, and then the ball will land between two of them. So the biggest thing I work with on them is calling the ball every single time it's coming over the net, and mine, and also moving to the ball. I tell them I don't care if it's a miss hit, it goes haywire, you don't make a play on it as long as you make the effort and call the ball. That gives them the confidence to recognize where the ball is going and to have the reaction to go make a play on it versus kind of not being as confident, sitting back and watching the ball land between two players. So that's the biggest thing I work on with them.
One thing that just occurred to me, you coach a lot of young kids, 4th, 5th, 6th graders,
Right.
that age.
Right.
Is the net the same height as it is at the high school level?
So I'm currently coaching a 7th and 8th grade team, and it is the same height. It's 7'6" for women. However, if you have a competitive youth league, which we don't have around here, but in other parts of the country, you do have AAU and travel volleyball for 10 and unders, as young as 10 and unders, and their net is lower by about 6 inches when you're at that level. But by the time you're at middle school / junior high, you're playing at the 7'6" women's height, which is the same for high school and college.
Well, my brother was a baseball and basketball player when he was real little, and then he switched to volleyball when he got into high school, and he absolutely loved it. Ended up being one of the better players in his conference up in the Albany, New York area. Tried to walk on at Penn State. I told you this when we were getting to know each other before the last match. Tried to walk on at Penn State. Went down in the summer, and Penn State has a great men's and women's college program, and
definitely.
he was just overwhelmed by the talent.
I know the men, male volleyball, they can jump so high and hit so hard. The net's actually it's a higher net for boys,
higher, right.
For men. And yeah, it's amazing the power that comes off the hitters and the block and everything in the men's version of the sport.
Darien head coach Lori LaRusso is also the head coach of the Darien boys volleyball program, and she has really they haven't had the kind of long-term success that the girls program has had, but she has really in recent years built the boys program up here at Darien. Terrific volleyball coach.
Yeah, it's impressive what she does with them, because I know every year she starts with boys who have never touched a ball or played the sport before, and she turns them into winners pretty quickly.
Yep.
She just finds good athletes and she knows how to train them. It's impressive.
It's a mark of a good coach. Brooke Kelly serves up an ace to start the third set here between Darien and Stamford. Stamford in black with the orange trim. Darien in blue. Kelly to serve again. And here's Bennett. What do you call that? A two-handed
yeah, she set
spike.
She set that over, so it's kind of partial tip, but partial jump set over into the hole in the middle.
The jump set was with such force.
Yes, it was.
Tied at 1 here in the third set between Darien and Stamford. Brooke Kelly goes to who else? Andrea O'Connor, and she puts it away.
Of course, out of the outside there.
We do not have the official stats with us, but she has more than one kill.
Her hitting percentage has to be pretty high, I think, so far in the match, definitely.
Claire Dardis, the senior, will serve for Stamford. Here's Bennett again. And Martzoff puts it away.
See, that's good. Martzoff, when she went up for that middle hit, if you hit straight on, you're facing that big block. So when you have a blocker right across from you on the net, you have to turn your shoulders. And did you see she hit the angle to this right back corner of Stamford? If you hit straight on, you're going to get stuffed by the block. So you got to choose to hit either angle, and she did a nice job there.
Great point. Chris, that's why we have you on these broadcasts, for nuggets like that.
Small little details.
That's right. And that's a whistle, and that's going to go to Stamford.
They called a miss touch on the set there for Darien.
We've seen that twice now in this match.
The officials want to see the ball come cleanly out of the setter's hands. If it doesn't, they're going to call her for that.
number 4, Lindsay Fay, gets the point there for Darien. I've been impressed with the sophomore Fay this afternoon.
Yeah, she's really starting to come around here for the Blue Wave.
She's had some nice swings at the ball in this match.
In general, it seems both these teams use their outside hitters the most, and that's where you have to set when the passing is poor. It's really your only option, so you need someone consistent and strong on the outside who's going to keep the ball in play and also get you some kills when you need it.
Exciting rally here between these two FCIAC rivals.
We want to keep that ball alive. Everyone's doing that well on both sides here. Oh, after all that.
That's too bad, because that was a great dig by number 5, Lindsay Bennett of Darien.
Yeah, that was definitely a miss hit on the third hit for Darien to send that too deep. Number 1 for Stamford going back to serve, Gloria Mattioli, senior captain.
And she serves it wide. And we are now tied here in the third set, 4-4, Stamford and Darien.
Got an ace there.
And Darien takes the lead after that ace. Martzoff to serve again. Caroline Martzoff, the senior captain for the Blue Wave, and of course I jinx her after I say that, and she serves it into the net. We are tied at 5. Damian Andrew, Chris Leone joining you on the DAF Media Network. Our producer is Brendan Ross.
That ball's out. Inconsistent serving by both teams right now. It seems like neither team's ready to kind of take control of this match. It'll be interesting to see which side is going to get consistent and start making a little run.
And that is into the net.
That's about 3 missed serves in a row between the two teams.
And here's Morgan Iacovone, the sophomore outside hitter for Stamford. She serves it up. And Andrea O'Connor with the block there for the Stamford point. Iacovone to serve again. Outside to Bennett, and she puts it away. Big swing for the junior Lindsay Bennett. She has had a nice match this afternoon for the Blue Wave. And the best thing about Bennett is Lori LaRusso has her back next season.
Yeah, she's making a good match so far on the outside for the Blue Wave.
You can certainly build with a player like that.
Another missed serve for Darien. It's not going to help them here in this match to keep missing serve after serve.
Brooke Kelly to serve for Stamford. She's also a terrific basketball player. One of the setters on this Stamford squad. And another point by Bennett. Bennett's in a groove right now.
Yeah, it's nice. She's using the block. She knows she's against that big, tall block by O'Connor on the other side, and she's able to get her timing down and hit it off the block, and Stamford's defense isn't able to pick it up.
O'Connor into the...
A rare error by O'Connor there on the outside.
It's almost like she wanted that too much. She saw it there, and...
The set was off the net. It wasn't tight, and so you cannot bring it down so quickly if you're farther off the net. You've got to kind of send it deeper. When she gets set tight and high on the net, that's when she can really bring it down.
And again, same thing on that set, little off the net, as you just mentioned, and she hits it deep.
Right. In order to utilize her, the setter needs to get her tighter. She needs to get her set tighter, and then she'll be able to hit straight down around the block. See what she does here.
Here's Kelly. Kelly tried to dink it over with the left.
Trickery.
Yeah, a little trickery with the left hand there, but she puts it into the net. And Darien has a 3-point lead here in this third set, up 11-8. Here's Kelly to O'Connor.
Yep, see, she was off the net again.
Off the net. Great points, Chris Leone, great points. And Mike Smermiglio wants a timeout here in the third set. His team is down 12-8. We are tied at a set apiece in this match. FCIAC Girls Volleyball, Darien and Stamford.
Yeah, it's good. I mean, Darien's keeping their serve, and you see they have a little run here because they've been keeping the serve and keeping the pressure on Stamford. Stamford isn't passing that well, and it's throwing them off.
I'll tell you, I have been thoroughly entertained this afternoon here at Darien High School. Really competitive match between two teams that, well, they're rivals and they want to beat each other.
Right, and Stamford's by no means out of the match. We saw just the last set, they were down by 4 or 5 points, and the next thing you know, it was a 1-point set. So they can just remain calm, and kind of the same thing we were saying about Darien in the first set. They just got to get a good pass off the serve and run their offense.
Here's a Revelo. Kelly goes outside to Andrea O'Connor.
That would be out of bounds, hitting the ref.
And the ref, as far as we can see, is okay. Wipes his brow.
Yeah, he's ready to go.
He's ready to go.
The hit was behind the antenna. All your hits have to be in front of that antenna.
Martzoff, nice kill. Now that time she was off the net and was able to put it down.
Yep. As an outside hitter, well, she's not an outside hitter in that serve-receive pattern she was, but in general, the outside hitter gets what they call an outlet set. Outlet set meaning you're always going to get the ball in any kind of bad pass or dig because it's the only outlet you have available. So you have to really be consistent as an outside hitter. An ace by Darien there in the meantime. You have to be consistent as an outside hitter, knowing you're going to get all these outlet sets and still make, you know, something good out of them.
Yeah, you just mentioned that an ace by Lindsay Bennett of Darien. Impressive serve out of her. And here she goes again, and another terrific serve, another ace, back-to-back aces for Bennett.
It's a great jump serve working for her right now.
15-9 as Darien starts to pull away here a little bit in this third set. Bennett to serve again. Here's O'Connor.
Yep, she can't get the type of set she wants still yet.
And another great play. Lindsay Fay.
Stamford's struggling on getting the proper set to their star hitter. That's really what they need to do to get back in this game. They need a proper pass, tight to the net, and then the setter needs to do a nice high, tight set for their middle blocker. And she'll be able to do what we've seen her do all match if they set her up properly.
And Stamford head coach Mike Smermiglio just threw his hands up in that huddle. He's probably thinking He's probably thinking the exact things that you just said.
Right.
His team down here 16-9 to Darien in this third set. We are tied at a set apiece. Darien taking on the defending FCIAC champs, Stamford, this afternoon. From Darien High School, we are live on the DAF Media Network. Damian Andrew joined by Chris Leone. Always great to have Chris on these broadcasts, her second broadcast for the DAF Media Network. Brendan Ross is our producer, doing a great job as always. By the way, that intro, if you remember at the start of this match, was done by our Brendan Ross. And here's Lindsay Bennett.
Hopefully she'll get this in to start the timeout. No. See, that's a free pass. That's a free pass for Stamford. You don't want to give them that after the timeout.
How many times have we seen this in this off the timeout?
Yep.
The deep serve.
I think you're better off just making the first serve in and not being too aggressive on that coming off the timeout. You got to keep the pressure on while you have the advantage.
Joason into the net.
See,
again, not a great set.
Yeah, and the hitters are thinking too much. You know, they're nervous. They know they're down. You could tell that wasn't a natural swing. She took a little something off of it. She wasn't confident in it, and that's part of being down in the match. you know, they need to kind of just rely on what they've been taught and just go up and be aggressive regardless.
Escahadejo, Christina Escahadejo serves it up for Darien.
Well, it's good save by defense there on Stamford.
And Joason puts it away.
Yeah, that's what they need to do. See, she took a full swing on that ball, and it got her the kill.
One of the two juniors on this Stamford team. 5 sophomores, 2 juniors, the rest seniors for this Stamford girls volleyball team.
Misfire on the right side there for Darien. But it's nice to see them mixing up the sets because you need to do that.
Both teams have played well this afternoon. 17-12, Darien leads this 3rd set. Schoen keeps it alive. A futile attempt there at the net to get that ball back over.
That's interesting. Both teams only put 1 blocker up at the net, which you don't normally see. But both teams are pulling their other 2 front row people off the net to play defense and only putting their 1 middle blocker up at the net, regardless of where the set is.
Brooke Kelly back row to O'Connor, and she puts it away.
When you have someone hitting out of the back row, you have to take off that line there. It's called the 10-foot line. It's 10 feet off of the net. When you're a back row player, you can jump and hit as long as you take off before that 10-foot line.
And now Lori LaRusso is going to take a timeout.
Yeah, she needs to stop the momentum for her team. Stanford's on a little bit of a run here, and her team's been in control of this set the whole time. And if Stanford ties it up here, it's anybody's set at that point.
17-14, Darien leads Stamford here in this 3rd set. FCIAC girls volleyball. They are tied at a set apiece here in this match. So this really a pivotal 3rd set.
This 3rd set's very important for both teams. Whoever takes this one is going to have the confidence to close out the match heading into the 4th. So it's imperative really for each side to try to take this and pull ahead in the match.
Back to serve for Stamford is Gloria Mattioli, the senior captain.
See, she put it in play.
Yep.
Put the pressure on Darien and gets through the point.
So the momentum now is all Stamford as they try to tie up this 3rd set.
That's a gift for Darien there, as Stamford was closing the gap.
And Martzoff will serve for the Blue Wave. Head coach Lori LaRusso very impressed with her senior captain. Should be. She's a nice player. And Faye hits it deep.
Yep, she hit that ball on her way down. Her timing was off again on that one. When you hit the ball on the way down, you're hitting under the ball and it's arcing it, sending it up and out. You want to reach the ball at the height of your jump.
That's a great point. Faye was going for it, but it's deep.
That's a good pass. They were ready for that tip there. Now you want to see a good pass. This is a free ball. And they capitalized on it.
Arevalo in the middle finds the corner, and Darien finds itself up 19-16 here in this 3rd set. FCIAC girls volleyball. And we've got a substitution here as Faith Helms comes in to serve. Fay checks out.
It was a good save by Escajadillo.
And a great look, great effort by Lindsay Bennett. And we've called her name a number of times this afternoon. She is having herself a day.
She is, and first, Darienne's setter did a nice save. It was a very tight pass. She's in the back row. She can't jump and tip it over. It's illegal, so she had to save it and keep it on her side, and she did a nice job with that.
And a great play there by Addie Schoen to put Darien up 21-16 here in this third set.
Yeah, she saw the hole in the court and she took advantage of it. That was a smart play.
Back-to-back smart plays from Darien. And Helms serves that one into the net.
Morgan Yakovone in to serve for Stamford.
Another one of the Stamford sophomores. And that is called in. It looked a little deep from here, but O'Connor gets herself another kill.
Yep, I think she caught right inside the line there in that back corner.
21-18 Darien. Exciting match here. FCIAC Girls Volleyball between Stamford and Darien. Tied at a set apiece, and that is an ace by number 24, Morgan Yakovone.
Stanford's putting the pressure with a strong serve on Darien. They need to have, yep, Lori's going to try to stop the momentum here for her team and keep the lead.
Lori LaRusso wants a timeout. She will take it. Lori LaRusso, of course, National Coach of the Year multiple times. At one point during her career, she had a 139 match win streak.
That's impressive.
Which is impressive to say the least. Last time Darien won a FCIAC championship was 2014.
A couple years ago, so they're hoping, I'm sure, to make a run at it again soon. Darien needs to come out of this timeout and have a perfect pass to their setter so the setter can move the ball around on offense. That way O'Connor won't be able to camp on, Darien's hitter to make the block.
And here's Yakovone, Morgan Yakovone to serve for Stamford, number 24. She's only a sophomore, 5 sophomores on this Stamford team.
That ball's
and that is O'Connor right in the middle, puts it down.
That's called an overpass. If you pass it up on the first ball right at the top of the net, that's every hitter's dream in the front row because it's so tight to the net. All you have to do is jump up and you can hit it straight down like
you're just licking your chops, right?
On that one for sure. Any kind of overpass, you're licking your chops as a hitter.
Bennett, and it's out of bounds. Now that's still considered a kill for O'Connor, correct? Or not?
So
on the overpass.
Oh yes, it's a kill. Yep, because she spiked it and it went straight down untouched. It doesn't matter which hit it comes on.
Doesn't have to come off her setter.
Right, correct.
Tied at 21 here in the third set. Bennett. And Bennett gives Darien a 1-point lead.
She took a little something off of that, and I think the timing worked to her advantage there.
Elena Comiskey, the sophomore, comes in to serve for the Blue Wave, number 0.
See, that's an overpass the other way, so that's an advantage for Darien.
And a nice effort by number 15, Kelly Arevalo from the Blue Wave.
Stanford's number 13, Brooke Kelly, almost saved that, but it was just a little too tough for her.
Comiskey serves it up again.
She should jump up and get that, yep.
And another great effort by Kelly Arevalo. The senior coming alive here in the third set in the middle for Darien.
Yeah, you need that senior leadership when the match gets tight like this.
And Darien a point away here from taking this third set. Up 24-21. Here's O'Connor.
Good dig.
Great dig.
Good dig by, I think that was
Martzoff.
Because she definitely brought the heat on that hit. Oh, no.
After a great dig,
yeah.
she hits it long.
Got too excited, I think.
What a third set here from Darien High School. Stamford trailing Darien 24-22.
Darien needs a good pass, run their offense, and they can win the set here. No, that's not a good start. See, free ball. You don't want to give a free ball when you've got O'Connor in the middle ready for the kill.
And that was a perfect set that time by Brooke Kelly. And O'Connor has herself another kill as she just puts it down. Stamford within a point here.
Darien just needs to pass the ball, pass the serve properly, and they can get the point and win here. A bad pass is going to hurt them. It's not a difficult serve. That's an easy serve to pass. So you're almost giving a free ball setting it over like that. You need something with a little more force.
What a rally here.
It's out. It's out.
And that is out. Woo! That is long.
That was lucky for Darien.
And that was out.
That was definitely out.
That was out. And Darien takes the third set over Stamford.
That was an important set for Darien. You know, Stamford made a strong push at the end to come back in that set and take over the momentum, but Darien held their ground and still pulled it out.
And this would be a big win for Darien. They would even their record at 4-4. They were 3-4 coming into this match. Stamford 5-3. As I said, border rivals. Stamford coming off that FCIAC championship and state title last year. They're kind of the new kings on the block, if you will, in the FCIAC. And of course, the FCIAC has been Darien's conference for years and years.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be great if Darien could get a win, not only just, you know, to add a win to their record, but, you know, to say you beat last year's state champion is always a feather in your cap.
And this would be a momentum-building type of win, certainly, for the Blue Wave.
Definitely would give them confidence heading into the rest of their season.
So Darien is up now 2-1 over Stamford here in this FCIAC Girls Volleyball matchup. We're about ready to start the fourth set here at Darien High School between Darien and Stamford. FCIAC Girls Volleyball match. And Lori LaRusso just said something funny in the huddle because her kids started laughing.
Yeah, she's probably trying to keep them relaxed,
loose, right?
Keep them loose. Tell them, you know, to feel proud and excited. They are up 2-1 and just kind of keep doing what they're doing.
Well, whatever she says, certainly in the past, it usually works.
Right. She's had plenty of experience, and she knows the right formula, I think, to help her players.
I have to tell you, Chris Leone, I have a sense that we could see a 5-setter here this afternoon.
That's what I was thinking, the same thing. I don't think Stanford's going to lay down and die here, so I expect them to come out strong. They're going to, of course, look to get Andrea O'Connor going again out of the middle. They're going to look to try to tie up the set and push a deciding 5th set, so we'll see what happens.
And that is long, and a point for Stamford to start this 4th set. Here's Brooke Kelly to serve for the Black Knights, number 13. As I mentioned, a terrific point guard on the Stamford High School girls basketball team.
It's a good pass to open up for Darien. Another good dig by Stamford, senior.
And there's Martzoff in the middle. Mercado hits it deep. You know, I have been impressed with some of the digs in this match. Textbook digs.
Yeah, there's been some
by
great
both
defense
teams.
on both sides. You know, you see a kill, what you think is going to be a kill going down, and someone ends up popping it up.
There's Bennett, the jump serve, and that's going to be a point for the Blue Wave.
Yeah, it's nice for the Wave when Bennett's serve is on because it seems to get them a little run.
Here's Bennett again. And that is deep. O'Connor was going for it, just a little too much on it.
Yep, that set is still too far off for her, I think. You know, to get maximum output for her, you got to put the ball high and tight, and she could really take advantage. She could hit over that block. She's a tall girl. She can jump.
Martzoff in the middle hits it into the net, and that's a Black Knights point. 3-2 Darien up here in the fourth set. We are live on the DAF Media Network. Damian Andrew joined by Chris Leone, who played college volleyball at Georgia Tech. Terrific player, outside hitter for the Ramblin' Wreck. And another point.
Misfire on the outside there for Stamford. With the setter coming back to serve for Darien.
And the Blue Wave keep it alive. O'Connor in the middle.
See, as soon as you get her tighter to the net, she can put it away every time.
Yep. And she does it with authority.
Yes.
She takes quite a swing at the ball.
She does. She was prepared. She backed off the net. It was a well-executed set, and she came in and attacked it.
Yeah, great point by you. You can definitely see it when she gets it closer to the net as opposed to a little farther out. And that was a nice play right there by Martzoff, the senior captain.
For her.
The dink. It's one of my favorite plays, I think, in volleyball.
Darien's taken advantage. You know, there's been this hole in the middle for Stamford, and they've gotten several points off of it in this set. I'm sure Lori's been pointing it out to them, tell them to take advantage of it when they have it there.
Shane.
Oh, that's a great save by number, was that 12? Whoever's on the right side over there, 12 or 13. Oh, she saved it again.
What a rally this is.
Yeah, that credit goes to number 13, Brooke Kelly on Stamford for keeping Stamford alive in that point. She had a couple nice saves there.
Brooke Kelly, a terrific athlete. And again, back row set to O'Connor, and the net cord was her friend.
Yep, that was just luck for Stamford and bad luck for Darien on that play.
And Gloria Mattioli, the other Stamford captain, will serve it up. Mattioli and O'Connor, the two captains for the Black Knights. Here's Schoen, and she puts it away. Addie Schoen has played well this afternoon, number 8 for Darien. Tied at 5, actually.
6.
Tied at 6,
oh,
sorry.
Wait, nope, 6-5. The score was a little off there. Darien's up by 1. Oh, so they're saying number 12 went in the net for Stamford, so it's a point for Darien.
Talk about taking a nice swing at the ball. Joason, number 12 for Stamford, took a nice swing at the ball. Goes into the net, point Darien. 7-5 Blue Wave here in the fourth set. Here's Bennett on the outside.
It's a good rally by both teams, keeping the ball alive.
Bennett again. She rears back and cranks it. I have been really impressed with the way Lindsay Bennett has played this afternoon, the junior for Darien.
She's having a good match so far.
We've got a substitution here for the Black Knights.
Looks like
Ariana Manco and number 2,
Megan
Lanzadell in for the Black Knights.
Strong serve by Darien to get them that point.
Lindsay Fay, the sophomore for the Blue Wave, to serve it up again. Darien up 9-5 here in the 4th set. Here's Kelly. And that was another nice play by Bennett.
Kelly read the tip, but she came in too quickly on it, and it kind of rolled off past her.
Stamford head coach Mike Smirmiglio takes a timeout. His team down 10-5 here in the 4th set. Stamford trails 2-1 to Darien, FCIAC Girls Volleyball matchup.
Yeah, this is the time Darien needs to stick with their run. They've got O'Connor in the back row for Stamford. It keeps her offense out of the picture for the time being, so Darien needs to capitalize during this rotation.
Let's see what happens coming out of this
Let's see if we
timeout.
can keep the serve in play out of the timeout here. They've had, poor execution on this during the match.
I loved your reference earlier about icing the kicker. That's
right.
exactly what it is when you call a timeout to break the momentum. The Blue Wave on a little bit of a roll right now.
They kept it in, and it was a strong serve, so that's good for Darien. Oh.
And you can look at the reaction of Andrea O'Connor. She didn't think that was going to happen.
Right.
A little bit of a mishit from the senior captain, but it gets the job done.
Yep, and confusion on the defense by Darien of who was going to take that ball. Someone needs to kind of call it and execute.
Jasmine Malcolm, another sophomore, comes into the match for the Black Knights, replacing Liani Mercado. And Elodie Joason serves it into the net for Stamford. And Elena Kaminsky, the sophomore for Darien, will serve it up.
Back-to-back missed serves for the two teams there, trading points.
We mentioned the sophomores on this Stamford team, but Darien has 3 sophomores as well.
Right.
And 2 of them, Kaminsky and Fay, see significant time.
Playing time, yeah.
Here's Bennett, the junior. That is deep.
I thought she was going to get the line there. We don't have the best angle on that one, but from here I thought that was clipped the line.
Morgan Yakavone to serve for Stamford, and she serves it into the net, does number 24, the sophomore for the Black Knights.
I think both sides are rushing their serve a little too much. That's 3 missed serves in a row. There's a little too much.
A little sloppiness here in this 4th set from both sides.
Right. Nerves are running high, I think, and adrenaline.
Great match, though.
Let it go, yep. I thought she might try to play that. I was hoping her teammates would shout it out for her.
12-13 to 8. Darien up by 5 here in the 4th set.
Darien should be ready to block on the outside here. You know where this set's going to go for Stamford.
Kelly cross court to O'Connor. And here's Bennett.
Mishit.
And that was just a total mishit by Bennett, and she knows it.
Yeah, the timing was off.
She took a big swing at the ball, too, holding her shoulder there a little bit, trying to loosen that up.
So good pass for Darien. Yeah, she brought that ball down too quickly. It was a good pass and a good set, just an error on the hit there.
Brooke Kelly will serve it up again for the Black Knights, down 13-10 here. And that was a big serve.
Yep, an ace for Stamford.
She just, as you said earlier in this match, find it, spot on the floor where nobody is, and that's exactly what she did there.
She did. Stanford's looking to try to tie it up here. They're closing in on Darien.
Martzoff in the middle.
She took a nice angle there. A good tight set for her, so she had the option to pick which angle she wanted to hit, and she was able to hit around that block.
And the Stamford defense, no chance at that one.
Darien needed that point because Stamford was closing in on the tie otherwise.
Bennett back to serve for Darien, and she has served well in this match. And I jinxed her.
I think you jinxed her there.
I jinxed her.
It's a break for Stamford. Now they'll try to get their serve in and get a little run here while they have O'Connor in the front row still.
Claire Dardis to serve for the Black Knights. And here's Martzoff. And that is deep.
I think she was looking to use the block on there, and if she didn't catch any fingertips that time.
Momentum right now has to favor the Black Knights as Dardis serves it up again. Martzoff again in the middle, and that is...
They're keeping it alive. Stanford kept it alive.
A great effort by the Black Knights. Free ball here.
That's going to go to the middle, of course.
And that
almost a dig by Bennett.
Bennett.
O'Connor brought the heat on that one.
She may have thought differently if she had that over again. That was a rocket.
That was a rocket.
And
I knew that was trouble on a free ball. You get a free ball, you set that hitter tight, and it's going to have a lot of heat behind it like that.
And again, you have taught me something. She was tighter to the net that time.
Right, so she can really bring it down, bring the force.
When she gets it in her wheelhouse, she's almost unstoppable.
Honestly, that's all Stanford needs to do. If they can pass and dig, tight enough to their setter at the net, that setter can put up the set that O'Connor needs to get them the point.
And it's funny looking at the huddles. The Stanford huddle seems to be a little bit looser.
They are. They're feeling the momentum coming back. They tied it up.
Some laughter coming from that huddle, and the Darien huddle a little bit more serious tone.
Yeah, because they saw one of their players almost get knocked down, I think, by that kill.
That was a big kill by O'Connor. I told you before the match started she was one to watch.
Indeed.
She has not disappointed. And as I mentioned earlier, a terrific basketball player, too. Played on the Stamford High School basketball team that won a state championship a couple of years ago. So her name is in the Stamford record books.
For sure.
Here's Martzoff.
They're trying for that hole again.
Yep.
Caused a little confusion, but they're on to it now, Stanford.
Faye. And a great block by O'Connor. So O'Connor doing it at both sides, both ends.
Yep, defense and offense.
And
Darien needs to get a side out here.
Stanford has itself a lead right now. Nice play.
What's funny, I had that in my mind. I was thinking the setter really needs to pull, either do a jump set and tip it over, or change what Stanford's reading right now. And she did just that. She read my mind.
Tied at 15. Great play by Escahidejo. Another
Solo
nice
block by O'Connor, but Darien was ready to help it out there. Darien might want to set elsewhere.
And a nice hit in the middle by Caroline Martzoff, the captain, the senior for Darien, coming up in a big spot. They needed that, did Darien.
Yep, she did a good job hitting out of and around that tall block out of the middle there.
16-15, Darien in front. Escahadejo, the nice serve. Free ball for the Blue Wave. And Schoen with the kill.
One off the block, and they couldn't play defense on it.
Schoen hits kind of a flat ball.
Yep, it's a slower speed.
Yep.
She's using the block, and then it just matters if it falls off the block or not in her favor. Get over it. Yep, great save by Darien. They stuck with that.
Big rally here.
It's a long rally. Who's going to come away with this?
Big point.
Defense still going on both sides of the ball. Oh, confusion. Oh, gosh.
Little miscommunication there for the Blue Wave.
It's a really long rally. Whenever you're playing in those long rallies, you want to come away with the point because that gives you the momentum. Darien still seems loose, though, so.
Claudia Moses checks into the match for Stamford. Schoen, and that is
way off.
Deep. Tied at 17. This gym, I don't know if you've noticed, has filled up.
It is.
It's a great crowd for this high school girls volleyball match this afternoon.
Good rival match to watch.
Martzoff in the middle, and that is deep. So back-to-back points for the Black Knights.
Darien needs a side out here and tie it back up.
Here's O'Connor.
Not a good pass. See if they can execute this free ball. Too high of a tip, too easy of a play to make. Oh, that's trouble.
And that is a point for the Black Knights as they take a 2-point lead. And Darien is going to talk things over as Lori LaRusso calls a timeout.
Darien wants to win this fourth set because I think if you go into the fifth, it's anybody's.
You never know what
match
can happen, right?
Right, they need to execute now, save themselves from having to even have a deciding set.
Damian Andrew, Chris Leone here on the DAF Media Network. We are live from Darien High School girls volleyball match between Darien and Stamford. And as we have said throughout, the Black Knights are the defending FCIAC champs. Lost a number of players from last year's team to graduation, but they have a competitive team again this season, led, of course, by their senior captain, Andrea O'Connor, and we have said her name numerous times this afternoon.
She's back to serve. It's a good time for Darien to take advantage in the front row with her out of the way up there. Not a good pass. Not what you want to do coming out of a timeout.
And Bennett knew it.
See, now they take her out of the passing and try to get someone else in there to pass. Oh, gosh.
And Darien a little bit unsettled right now, Chris Leone.
They're frazzled. There's too much miscommunication. They need to take a deep breath. The set is not over. They're still very much in it. Somebody needs to be aggressive, make the call, make the play. It starts with the pass, though. You got to be confident and get a good pass off the serve. See, that's tight. That's trouble.
And a great play by Martzoff in the middle.
It's a nice job by Christina Escajadillo racing up there and still putting up a good set for her hitter.
Escajadillo, the setter for the Blue Wave.
There's that hit again from the right side.
And here's Faye on the outside, and that is a point for the Blue Wave.
They called that a lift. They called that a lift by Stamford as they tried to save it. That was a call in favor of Darien there.
Well, call it 21-19, Stamford in front here in this fourth set.
That's yep. She didn't get a good approach on that. You know, she only kind of half jumped on that ball. Her timing was off. You want to keep the ball in front of you as a hitter and approach to it and reach it at the height of your jump. Looks like O'Connor brought the thunder out of the back row there for Stamford. She's feeling confident.
Yeah, she is fired up right now, and her team is up 23-19 here in this fourth set. Stamford looking to stay in the match and send this to a fifth set. And the way this match has been going, it almost deserves a fifth set.
I know.
It's been exciting.
Darien needs to make a little run here if they want to keep it away from a fifth set because they're behind now. Wow, that was good luck for Darien.
As it hits the net.
Don't want to miss, don't want to miss serve here.
And drops in. Darien down 23-21. We have a timeout here. Fourth set in this FCIAC Girls Volleyball match between Stamford and Darien.
Darien definitely needs to look to tie in this rotation while Faye goes back to serve, because any error by Darien is going to put set point for Stamford, and it's hard to come back from that. So this is the time for them to capitalize on trying to catch back up here.
We said earlier in the match that Stamford won its first ever FCIAC championship last season. They won it, beating Brian McMahon in a 5-set match. This has been fun this afternoon.
It is.
Exciting.
It's an exciting match. It's fun for the crowd. There's great long rallies. Both sides are making great plays. Tight scoring. She put the serve in. That's good for Darien.
Again, they go to O'Connor in the back row. Here's Bennett. Nice play. Bennett with the kill.
Yep, I imagine they're going to try to use Bennett as much as possible in this rotation.
Christina Escajadillo with the nice set. She has played well this afternoon for the Blue Wave.
She is. She's running all over the court, and she's making some nice saves off of some not so strong passes and digs at times.
Escajadillo, only a junior for Darien.
It's going to the outside to Bennett again. It's a smart positioning there for that set over by Bennett.
Escajadillo to Arevalo in the middle. Nice dig by O'Connor.
Long rally again. Both teams are doing a good job on defense.
And that is wide.
Darien ties it up. That's what they needed to do. It's anybody's set now.
How about this match, Chris
This
Leone?
puts the pressure back on Stamford because they're the ones down in the match. So this is a good advantage for Darien. Tough pass. Good save by Stamford.
Bennett. Again, back row for O'Connor, and that is out of bounds. She went for it and just hit it deep.
You know, she's been carrying them offensively for this match, and I think that was the right play to go to her. Darien
now a point away from winning this match.
Escahadijo kill here. Stamford keeps it alive. Ooh, that was that overpass.
What a match. 24-24 in the fourth set.
I'm not sure Elodie was ready for that, but she got the job done.
She's an impressive player, not the tallest player out there. In fact, one of the shorter players on the court. But
it looks
she
like
can
she's
play.
Coming out. She was going to serve for them. It looks like they're bringing in someone to try to close out the match for Stamford, someone new, number 4.
Who is not on our roster.
Nope. Or she may be, but it's the wrong number listed.
Bennett.
Oh, wow.
And Stamford regains the lead, up 25-24, and they will, for the set rather, to stay in the match, I should say.
She wants to get this ball in, and Darien wants to pass well. All right, it's a good pass. She took something off that. I think she should have just went for that one. You can't play cautious when the game's on the line like that. There she goes.
Big swing out of Bennett. You had to be impressed with the swing there.
Yep, I was happier that she went for it that time. You need to do that. You don't want to give them an easy ball to play. You just got to go for it if it's there.
Comiskey to serve for Darien. Tied at 25 here in the fourth set. Darien, Stamford. Escahadijo to Bennett on the outside into the net. Point Stamford.
She brought it down too quickly there. See, now you have O'Connor back in the front row, which is the position Stamford wants to be in to close out the set.
Morgan Yakovone serves for Stamford. Here's Bennett. Off the net, doesn't matter. She gets it to go.
She got it right in that middle hole.
Put a little top spin on the ball, 26-26.
We're in extra points here, and it's an exciting set. Got to win by 2. The score can keep going until someone wins by 2.
You and I both have smiles on our face. This has been a terrific match. Very exciting. Arevalo to serve for Darien.
It's a good floater serve there by Arevalo. Those are hard to pass when they don't spin at all. They're going to the middle here. Ooh. Everyone's back for the big thunderous kill, and that was smart of O'Connor just to tip it over there.
That was a cerebral move there by Andrea O'Connor. Dinks it over. The block for the point, 27-26 Stamford. They can win the fourth set if they can win this point here.
It's a good pass. That'll help the offense for Darien. Yep.
And a big swing out of O'Connor. We're going to a fifth set here at Darien High School between Darien and Stamford.
Extra points, 2-point win. Good comeback by Stamford to tie the match at 2-2.
Stamford takes the fourth set, 28-26, to even the match, 2 sets apiece. What a match. What a match. 2 sets apiece. We're going to a fifth set. Damian Andrew alongside Chris Leone.
So the difference in this fifth set, you cannot let one team get up by too many points, because the fifth set is only to 15.
Yep.
15 in speed score comes really quickly. 25, allows more time to get some runs and get some catch-up going if you fall behind. But whenever you're playing a 15-point speed score set in volleyball, you don't want the other team to get ahead by more than, say, 2 points, 3 max, before it becomes almost impossible to catch back up.
Yeah, this has been really, really entertaining volleyball.
Yeah, it's anyone's match here. It's gone back and forth. You've seen what's worked for each side, and it's a matter of who's going to execute, what's working best for them.
So put your coach's hat on here for a second. If you're Lori LaRusso or Coach Fumiglio, for that matter, what are you telling your team? Obviously, it's important, I would imagine, to get off to a good start.
Right. You want your serve in the court just to open up the
Right.
the set to end the match. Obviously, if you're Stamford, you're saying set the middle all day long. O'Connor's proven she's gotten them the majority of the kills for the match. She's going to bring them offense. If you get her a nice, high, tight set, no one's going to stop her on the Darien side. If you're Darien, you want to see good, proper passing to your setter, so she has the option to set a few different hitters in the front row and throw off the block on Stamford.
Stamford and Darien in a really entertaining FCIAC girls volleyball match here at Darien High School. Damian Andrew alongside Chris Leone, who played college volleyball at Georgia Tech for the Ramblin' Wreck. Brendan Ross doing a great job as our producer this afternoon on this broadcast for the DAF Media Network. And here we go. We're ready for a fifth set here from Darien High School between Stamford and Darien. And Chris, one thing that strikes me, both teams seem pretty loose, pretty fired up.
I think I'm hearing a lot of excitement from the Stamford side right now. I think even a little more than the Darien side. They're feeling confident. They got the momentum. They're coming back to win in that fourth set, forcing the fifth and deciding set for the match. And I think they're feeling pretty good. They've got their senior leadership ready to go across the front line. She'll get 3 turns here. She's starting on left front, which means she'll have 3 positions across the front to keep on offense for them.
Of course, you're speaking of Andrea O'Connor, their terrific middle hitter. Stanford's terrific middle hitter. Here we go. The fifth set is underway.
Good pass to start off.
And point goes to Stamford as it's O'Connor in the middle, puts it down.
Yep, see Stanford's setter got O'Connor nice and tight, and then she could do whatever she wants with that ball when it's in her wheelhouse.
Morgan Yakavone, she has served well for Stamford this afternoon. Kelly to O'Connor, and she puts it away. Number 15, Kelly Arevalo, was there for Darien.
Yeah, she was there. She was on the block, but she needed to press her hands just a little more over the net to keep the ball on Stanford's side instead of her own. That set's way outside for Bennett. That's tough. That's a good save by her.
But Bennett, who has had a terrific match, finds a way to get the point for the Blue Wave. Down 2-1 here in this penultimate fifth set. A great crowd here at Darien High School for this one between the Black Knights and Blue Wave. And that is an ace for Kelly Arevalo, the senior.
Good serve by her to help Darien tie the match, tie the set for the fifth.
So Stanford takes the first 2 points. Darien takes the next 2.
Looks neck and neck like the other sets.
Here's O'Connor.
Good block.
And a great block by Karen
Martzoff. I think they thought it was never
Martzoff.
over. I think the referees thought it was never over, but regardless, Darien gets the point, whether she blocked it or not.
A great block by Martzoff. Here's a Revelo to serve it up again. Little miscommunication from the Black Knights. Martzoff in the middle.
Oh, they called a net violation by Stamford, so it's a point for Darien. I think it's smart for Darien to be going to Martzoff in the middle. She had a lot of success this whole match out of the middle, you know, kind of along the lines with battling O'Connor in the middle, and I think it's a good leadership to go to that senior.
And that is out of bounds.
Darien's feeling a little more relaxed, it looks like. That, you know, you can tell they feel good. They've got the momentum right now. They're up a few points in the tight speed score.
The great thing about volleyball, it is such a game of momentum.
Oh, definitely.
Nice play by Kelly to get that over.
Yeah, by Kelly.
There's Bennett. Oh, what a play.
See, when they're feeling good, they swing full out, and that gets them the kill.
Mike Smermiglio will take a timeout as his team has fallen behind 6-2 in this fifth and deciding set of this match this afternoon between Stamford and Darien.
Yeah, this is what we're talking about. Stamford's in a little bit of a hole here, considering the points only go to 15 this fifth set. So they need to stop Darien now to give themselves a chance, you know, to get back in this set.
One of the highlights when watching a Darien girls volleyball match, the shorts that Bert Takasu, Lori LaRusso's longtime assistant coach, is wearing. He always brings out
some fun colors.
The fashion, no question about it. So here we go, 6-2, Darien up in this fifth set.
Darien needs to put the ball on the court here on this serve. I wouldn't go for anything too aggressive. Stanford's got the pressure already. Keep the pressure on them.
Here's Kelly Arevalo.
That's perfect.
Brooke Kelly swings it out to O'Connor, and she puts it away off the block.
Yeah, she's keeping her team in it, doing what she's been doing all match.
Chris, she is such an impressive player, really fun player to watch. Brooke Kelly to serve now for the Black Knights. Martzoff puts it over.
Hey, it's tight set, a little too tight. Wow.
But O'Connor makes it work.
She makes it work. She reaches over and gets a little added touch on that to finish the point.
Kelly will serve it up again.
Great dig. Ooh. That's a tough call for Stamford. It's a great dig by number one, Gloria Mattioli, on that hit by Darien, and her setter just wasn't able to execute off of that dig.
Here's Lindsay Bennett back to serve for Darien. She has served well this afternoon. And that's a point for the Blue Wave. So the momentum definitely in Darien's favor right now. Up 8-4 here in this fifth set. They play to 15, remember, as Chris just said earlier. O'Connor. That is in. She caught the line there. Wow, she is a special player, and she has played well this afternoon for the Black Knights, the senior captain.
That set was put where she likes it. It was high and tighter to the net, and she was able to execute there.
This match has been so entertaining. We are in a fifth set. Darien and Stamford tied at 2 sets apiece.
Another good dig out of the back for Stamford. Oh, and another great defense right now. These are a couple good hits by Darien.
Martzoff gets it to go down off the net. 9-5 Darien.
I think Darien needed that point because Stamford was feeling good.
And Mike Smermiglio will take a timeout for Stamford. And probably a good place to take a timeout because you could sense starting to get away from the Black Knights.
Right, they're getting a little frazzled. They need to kind of regroup, take a breath, and just get back to the basics.
What a fun match to
It's a great match
broadcast
today.
to watch. As I said, good crowd here at Darien High School to take this one in.
And Stamford's not out of it. You know, if they get a good pass off the serve here, they can set O'Connor, and more likely than not, O'Connor's going to get the kill for them if it's a properly set ball.
And how much fun is it to watch O'Connor, one of the top players in the FCIAC in southwestern Connecticut. We have called her name numerous times this afternoon. We are live here on the DAF Media Network, Stamford and Darien. Locked in a great matchup here, high school girls volleyball. Darien in the blue, the royal blue, Stamford in the black with the orange trim. Christina Escajadijo will serve for Darien.
It's going to be tough to set the middle yet on that pass.
Ooh. It was a matchup between Martsoff and O'Connor at the net, and O'Connor gets the better of that matchup.
Now she's in the back row, which is a time for Darien to try to execute their offense up front.
Shown into the net. Point Stanford, rather.
Closing in, it's only a 2-point set here. It could really go any way now. Darien needs to put a stop and keep their lead for right now.
Joason, that's in.
Ooh, right on the line. Joason gets a much-needed kill for Stamford to put it within one.
Joason, the sophomore for Stamford, pulls the Black Knights within a point off of that kill.
This one's coming down to the wire.
It certainly is, as Darien head coach Lori LaRusso calls a timeout. Probably a good place to call a timeout.
Yep.
Stamford's starting to regain some momentum now.
They are, but as I was saying before, this is a time that Darien, as long as they can pass the serve well, they should be able to execute their offense. They don't have the big block up there. O'Connor's not in the front, you know, with the big block. They've got some shorter players in the front row right now, Stamford, and it's a time for Darien to get their offense running.
Nothing quite like a volleyball match when it goes to that fifth set.
Right, I mean, we had the extra points in the fourth set and push it into the fifth and deciding.
It's been a lot of fun, Chris Leone. This has been entertaining, to say the least.
It has,
you know?
It has, for sure, today. Good afternoon of volleyball.
Andrea O'Connor to serve it up for Stamford.
It's trouble on the pass. Tie ball game. Darien needs to relax and just get to the basics, pass the serve.
When the pass goes up into the rafters, it makes it tough.
Yep, especially at that speed, it's harder to play off of that.
Yep. Tied at 9 here in the fifth set between Stamford and Darien. They are tied at 2 sets apiece. There's Faye.
Get up there. That was an overpass. I thought the middle might have been able to finish it on that point.
Martsoff. Joason on the outside,
That's
and she
out, no
hits it
touch.
long.
Lucky break for Darien. Got to keep this serve in and give your team a chance to pull ahead here.
Megan Lanzadell checks in for Stanford, another sophomore.
It's a good pass by Stamford. Oh, wow.
And she checks in, and she gives Stanford a point right away.
She does the job she was told to do. Good for her.
Gloria Mattioli serves it up for Stanford.
All right, that's a good pass for Darien. Still alive. Good effort by Stamford trying to keep that ball alive.
Lindsay Fay, the sophomore, gets the point for Darien.
Neck and neck here.
And she'll serve it up now. Her team up 11-10. Exciting match here at Darien High School between Stamford and Darien. Free ball for the Blue Wave.
We got Bennett on the outside here.
They go to her. And Joason, a miss hit there. 12-10, Darien up in this one. We are live on the DAF Media Network. An exciting high school girls volleyball match, to say the least, here from Darien High School. Fay to serve.
Strong serve. Stamford offense is in trouble. Okay, this is a free ball for Darien. They need to pass this well. Stamford's fighting. They're keeping a lot of these hard balls alive. It's great defense by them.
Great rally here. Bennett, and that is another point. Lindsay Bennett has had quite a match this afternoon.
She took a little something off of that, and that helped because the defense was way back.
She did, and she was off of the net.
Yep.
As well.
And executed that well.
13-10, Darien. Fay serves up another one.
Another error by Stamford. Stamford's kind of letting it go here with a couple of unforced errors. Darien should feel good. You know, this is match point. They're up 4 points in the set. Whoever gets the set, you know, if it comes back to offense on Darien, they should feel pretty confident going up for the hit. Oh no!
And Fay serves it into the net.
You don't want the pressure off of Stamford on that one. So the Stamford girl going back to serve, the pressure's on her. She misses her serve, they lose the match. So she's got to put this ball in play. Darien, meanwhile, on the other side, their hitter should go up with confidence and swing away, because one kill and they win the match. Free ball, that's trouble for Darien.
They go back row for O'Connor.
Yeah, when in doubt, go to your person helping you the whole match.
And that is a violation on Darien.
Stamford's still in it.
Was that Escahadijo too?
She came under, yep.
She
tried to save. You know, it was a tough dig by Darien. Escahadijo did the best she could trying to get to it, but it wasn't quite enough. We're trying to ice the server again, Darien. See if they can get the win out of it.
A break in the action here. Darien up 14-12 in this fifth set. A great match between these two FCIAC rivals, border rivals, Stamford and Darien. Darien came into this match 3-4, Stamford 5-3. Next up for Darien is Wilton, home on Wednesday. And the DAF Media Network will be broadcasting tomorrow's big field hockey rivalry between Darien and New Canaan.
Oh, that's as big as the rivalries come.
That's as big as it gets, Chris Leone.
Anytime Darien plays New Canaan, no matter what the sport is, you know it's going to be.
That's a 4 o'clock start tomorrow afternoon from Dunning Field on the campus of New Canaan High School. Here we go.
Oh, God, Darien has got to pass the ball. Nope.
And a great effort by Bennett, but just comes up a little short to try to send that over. Okay, here we go.
Credit to number 4 for Stamford, getting all her serves in, helping them catch up here. Darien needs to pass this ball, and they can win the match if they have a good pass.
Here's Bennett.
No, that's not going to do it for them.
A Revelo, and that's a...
They called a lift.
A lift, yeah, that was a lift. Mike Smermiglio knew it.
It's a tough point to end on for Stamford, because that call could have went either way, and that kept them alive. You know, they got the ball over on that play, but unfortunately for Stamford, it was an illegal play, so Darien escapes with a very tight fifth set win. Boy, was that entertaining, Chris Leone. It definitely was. Great match by both teams. Darien takes the fifth set 15-13. They take the match 3-2.
A 5-setter, a big win for the Blue Wave and head coach Lori LaRusso. Great effort, really entertaining matchup this afternoon from Darien High School. Stamford, of course, came in 5-3. They dropped to 5-4 now, and the Blue Wave even their record to 4-4. So a big momentum kind of building win for the Blue Wave.
Yeah, it's great for Darien to have gotten that win. Not only does it put them at 500 for the season, but they've beaten, you know, a neighborhood rival, and they've beaten last year's state champion. So that'll help them have confidence moving forward with the second half of their season.
Well, this final impressions from you of this match. I mean, obviously, Andrea O'Connor, special talent for the Stamford Black Knights.
Right. I would say she definitely stood out, you know, in the match for Stamford and for the match in general for both teams. You had good senior leadership on Darien's side by Caroline Martzoff, and of course, junior strong help on the outside out of Bennett as well for Darien.
Yeah, Bennett played well, the junior, in this one. She really did. Had some nice plays in the match. Well, Chris, our second girls volleyball match is in the books for the DAF Media Network. I think you and I found a little bit of a rhythm, in this match. This was a lot of fun. It was an entertaining match, kind of an easy match to call because you kind of got into it.
And both sides, long rallies, long points happening, which always makes for a more fun atmosphere for volleyball.
It really was. We're going to have you back again, no doubt. This was a lot of fun. For Brendan Ross, our producer, Jeff DeMeo on camera, Chris Leone, I am Damian Andrew, and this has been a production of the Darien Athletic Foundation. Once again, Darien beats Stamford 3-2 in high school girls volleyball. Have a great night, everybody.
Bye.